good morning and welcome everybody. I'm Gabrielle. I've worked at the township for 10 years and I've served the senior center, worked here for 2. Today is a very exciting day for staff and guests for the Collinsville Township Senior Center. I would like to thank Township Supervisor and trustees for making this a much needed parking lot happen. The CSC Center is a great resource for activities for independent seniors to enjoy daily exercises, lunches, day trips, and a lot of fun activities. If you are interested or have loved ones who could benefit, please join us and see the fun things we have going on here every day. Please, everyone, give a round of appreciation for Supervisor Cox.
Thank you, Gabby. And Gabby does an excellent job here at CSC, director, day in and day out. And there's so much going on here, but I am so happy for this day. What a perfect day, huh? Just perfect. And before we begin, it has to be said loudly that none of this would be possible without the service from our veterans. Please, let's all make some noise for all the veterans who have served to protect this greatest country on the planet. I hope everybody realizes how lucky we are because of the veterans. Thank you to all who have served, and please rise and raise your hand if you're a veteran out there. Please rise and raise your hand. Look at them all. Make some noise. Make them so the neighbors, make some noise so the neighbors can all hear. Thank you all so much for your sacrifice. Thank you so much. Now, this might be the prettiest national anthem I've ever heard. I'm a fan of a band doing a national anthem over a singer sometimes. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the CHS Marching Band performs our national anthem. That's the CHS Marching Band, and I'm so happy to have the band here. They were in Indianapolis just yesterday. They got back overnight, and that's the reason we're here, that we had this event today, because then they were playing in the Veterans Day Parade, and so they marched right back down the street here. And for some of the seniors, this is one of their very last events. Playing with the marching band. This concludes their season. I believe they're going to play in the light up parade coming up in December. So great job, guys. And I want to thank Alfredo De Leon for coming out here. He's the director. Thank you, Alfredo. Like Gabby said, this addition to the lot was much needed. We have so many events here that seniors would like to attend. At some events, they would have to park over a block away. Just think when the weather's bad. Many would not be able to even come. Speaking of that, the one thing that we still have to get done, and it's going to happen here in the next couple of weeks, is there's going to be a big canopy that comes out here all the way to the parking lot. It's going to help on those bad weather days, all right? I'm not sure many of you are aware, but you might be surprised at getting this parking lot that there would ever be any controversy. It was tough, but we did it. Just like in life, nothing great is easy, but we finally did it. My passion to get this done comes from what this center does and can do for our community now better because of parking. This center provides a place for those in society who I often see forgotten. The folks that come to the CSC are not asking for a handout. Our customers are ones that their entire lives have contributed to society. Some are veterans. As we age, though, and we retire, our income gets fixed. But guess what's not fixed? Yeah, the prices of everything around us. So CSC offers seniors a $4 amazing nutritious meal Monday through Friday, and that's at 11 o'clock. And I want to invite anybody that hasn't come in for that to definitely try it out. It's really great, and Cinda's definitely amazing. We have so many activities and events, like Director Kuntz mentioned. We want seniors to be involved in socializing. We're now taking field trips in the bus we have here, the Volkswagen. And to me, it's so important for our community, all right? We had a lady walk in for the first time earlier, actually, this week. And she was asking what goes on here. We gave her an activity calendar. She sat down for lunch, and a few people stopped by to introduce themselves. She then came up to me and told her that her husband had recently passed. And she's so happy that she stopped in and discovered the CSC. She has been lonely, and she really appreciates what we're doing. And guess what? She's been back every day. We were closed yesterday, but she's been back every day this week. I can tell you several stories that happen like this. We're even making love connections in here, all right? But nothing makes me happier is when I come to the center and I see it packed, people socializing, and are happy. This CSC is making people's lives better. If I can actually help be a part of making someone's life better, that's all I need. Not a lot of money or big title doesn't do it. Nothing does it like seeing what I see happen in my community through this CSC. Now, great things don't happen without the help of many. And I've had a lot of help, and I just want to thank some of them. First, I want to thank Bruce Matea and Bill Roker from the Matea Law Firm. We had to jump through a lot of crazy hoops to finally get the land. Several months of dealing with lawyers and things, but it shouldn't have been that difficult, but it was, and I couldn't have done it without their help. Anyone who helped dissolve the mess of CARD, it provided a pathway to where this senior center has received tens of thousands of dollars and eligible for some substantial grant money that you'll hear about here in just a moment. But there were many of us who walked door to door to gather over 7,000 signatures. And I'm sure a few walkers are here today, and I want to thank Brad Sewell. Brad, you were a big help in that. And I'm sure there's a couple of out there, but it took all summer, and thank you for that. I want to thank our current board members, and that's Ashley Stewart, Matt Gunther, Clint Ball, Brad Sewell. At the end of the day, I still need the votes, and the board agreed that this parking lot is much needed, and that's how we got it done. So thank you to the board. I want to thank our clerk, Jim Achenbach, and township manager, Don. Both of them, on occasion, have attended meetings with me and have helped me with a lot of paperwork regarding the lot. Thank you, and I know Jim's here somewhere, I saw him. Thanks, Jim. He's out there next to Kathy Turcano Holscher. Kathy and her crew do a great job on our roads throughout the township, and they're also going to be responsible and maintaining the edges and things here at the parking lot. So Kathy, thank you to you and your crew. You do a great job. Shout out to Oates and Associates. I'm very happy we went through them for all the planning and engineering. They've been there every step of the way, and they've attended several meetings with me. So I saw Michelle here, Michelle Spillers. Thank you, Michelle. Regarding the zoning, and they did all that, and I also want to thank the construction company we used, RCS. Like everything, there's always something not planned for. Their staff was nice and accommodating with a few changes along the way.
And the local 90 finishers.
That's right, the finishers, yes. Thank you, Diane. I want to thank the city of Collinsville, and especially city manager Derek Jackson. He wrote a letter before my term as supervisor supporting the plan to turn this into a parking lot. The city also waived their permit fees and worked on us with the design and even sent out staff to help locate some lines that Julie couldn't. So Derek's here. I Derek, and he'll be up here in a second. So thank you, Derek Jackson, for the city of Collinsville. Lastly, I want to thank my parents and my friends for always being there and they're very supportive, especially my mom, Kathy. She does so much for the CSC, and specifically, too, I want to thank Irene Winsel, Carla Buchanan, and Ramona Clark. They're here today. They've been there since the beginning, 6 years ago, constantly encouraging me never to give up, and they attend most all meetings. So thank you all for that. Again, thanks to everybody. This could not be possible without so many of you helping along the way. I would like to introduce one person, I think, who is representing the city of Collinsville, Derek Jackson. Let's hear it for Derek once again.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Derek Jackson. I'm the city manager for the city of Collinsville, and thank you all for being here. Like Supervisor Cox said, this was a great opportunity for improvement here on Main Street. The city's very supportive. I want to thank all the board trustees, all the staff here at the Senior Center, and we look forward to this great improvement up on our uptown area. So, thank you very much.
I am so proud to let all of you know, and the Collinsville taxpayers know, that 2/3 of this parking lot is paid for with either a grant or private donation. I hope folks take a moment to think about that and appreciate when any government body does the extra work to make that happen. It's really easy just to use tax dollars. It's a lot more work when you have to find other ways to pay for it. I would like to thank my friend Chris Otto from Madison County, and I'd like to him to come forward and say a few words about the grant money for this project. Chris Otto.
Well, it's great to be here in Collinsville, or as I call it, the city of Derricks. There's half the people I know from here named Derek. Anyway, my contract did not stipulate a band, but it was a nice touch. So I'm the director of Madison County Community Development, and I just thought since it's Veterans Day, I'd say a couple words about that. It's great. It's the 105th, they originally call it Armistice Day. To mark the end of World War I. The war to end all wars. That didn't work out, unfortunately. And in 1954, it was renamed Veterans Day. And I actually served in the Coast Guard. Don't laugh, it counts. And it paid the same. So, did you know there's a height requirement to be in the Coast Guard? Is anybody here in the Navy? From the Navy? Navy guys would tell me you had to be at least 6 foot tall so you can walk the shore when your boat sinks. And other things they would say about us. Anyway, what we say is the Coast Guard's the hard nucleus around which the Navy forms in time of war. In fact, the Coast Guard served in every national conflict, including the World Wars, convoy duty across the Atlantic, driving landing craft at Normandy, and in the Pacific. I myself served on 2 buoy tenders built during World War II that served throughout the 1990s. I also served with 2 senior officers here in St. Louis who had silver or bronze stars for combat action in Vietnam on patrol boats. So what does community development do? We provide financial support, distributing annually around $15 million in federal and state grants in the county. This assistance includes energy bills, home weatherization program, community service programs, including stocking food pantries, and I think paying for some of your meal programs, home buyer assistance, park enhancement projects, homelessness prevention, and many others. We also, interestingly, have a fund that can help with projects such as this parking lot. And I remember last year when Derek came with some of your other people and met with us, and we figured out a way we could make this work out. Before we get to that, I just want to say a word that I don't know a lot about Collinsville, but I learned a lot about it one evening many years ago when I met one of the more interesting people I've ever met in my life, one of your hometown heroes and celebrities, George Musso, who was a four-sport star at Collinsville High School, class of 1929. His coal miner father reluctantly let him go play football on scholarship at Millikan University. There he lined up against two future U.S. presidents, Ronald Reagan and Gerald Ford. He went on to a 12-year Hall of Fame career with the Chicago Bears, where he was one of the original monsters of the Midway. He played in 7 championship games, winning 4, including trouncing the Washington Redskins 73-0 in 1940. After the NFL, George returned to Madison County, where he had a restaurant and served as both sheriff and treasurer over many years. When I met him, he was very engaged, signing boxes of posters for the NFL Hall of Fame and cards. He had a wonderful library of books on the early days of football. It was a privilege to make his acquaintance and get a sense of his pride in his Collinsville roots. I will remember that close to 90, his handshake was still powerful with bone-crushing potential. Little did I know, 25 years ago, I would end up working in the county myself. Regarding this project, last year Derek approached us about obtaining funding, and I was going to insert a joke about checking their credit rating, but my wife said that would be tasteless, so I won't. So essentially, we found our very large checkbook that we keep for just such an occasion.
All right, and then I got my camera going. Okay. Here comes Jackie. Here we go.
I love them big checks. Please make some noise. He's been a huge help. Chris Otto from Madison County. The next huge donation is from 2 sisters, Anna and Lydia Indrajatis, members of Holy Cross, and were very active volunteers in Collinsville, specifically here at the Collinsville Senior Center. The sisters even won Citizen of the Year. You can see pictures of the sisters in the hallway still. They left the Collinsville Senior Center a significant donation, and this donation was to help the CSC grow. We can't think of a better way, and we're so grateful for their donation. $70,000 is huge in making this happen. Unfortunately, they no longer have family around, but they're going to have this plaque in memory of both Anna and Lydia. This plaque will be mounted to our building as you walk into the entrance of our new parking lot. So I just want to show you. Next up, I want to thank I want to thank Jackie from the Collinsville Daily News for being here and covering a lot what's going on here at CSC. Right now, each month, Collinsville Township presents a Heartbeat of the Month award to a citizen in our community that always goes above and beyond. I would like to thank Jackie and have her come up and explain a new award that Collinsville Daily News will be publishing.
As Derek said, I'm the publisher of Collinsville Daily News, and I just have to start with saying how thankful I am to live in such a beautiful country that allows so many of the freedoms that we enjoy, and to that, I just say thank you to all the veterans and everything you've done for our country, so thank you. You know, I had 20 years in corporate media, managing divisions at the Post-Dispatch, 11 radio stations, Fox 2, and I walked away from media thinking, yeah, I'm done, not going back. But my dad had retired in Collinsville, and he looked at me one day and he said, you know, I miss having local community news. I want to know what's going on in my community, and I'm not on social media a lot. So he said, when are you going to run? Go build me a newspaper. So last year, I opened the Collinsville Daily News on Valentine's Day as the heartbeat of the community. And I was thinking maybe 12 people would read it. You know, 2 would be my mom and dad. And over the last year, it's been pretty incredible. I have to thank you for your support. To date, we've been read by over 250,000 people in 155 countries around the world. We have news in AP News and local news in English and in Spanish, and we've continued to grow. And so with that, in working with, I have to say thank you to Derek in the Collinsville Township for working with us to sponsor this program, because that is what makes these opportunities possible. Because we want to highlight you, we want to tell your stories. And so the Heartbeat of the Month has been an incredible program, and we were just sharing ideas one day and concepts and saying, how can we grow this? How can we take it to the next level? And so as we were working, we started talking about the seniors, and look at what they're doing. How exciting to see them out. They're out and about in the community, they're active, they're just getting started. So we want to take some time to highlight that. So we're going to be adding this month a new senior superstar that we're going to be looking for. Oh, and also I have to say thank you to Stephanie Malench, because she is going to be the one that's going to be writing a lot of these articles. She's been doing an incredible job, and we want to go out and find our hometown heroes. So So with that, Derek, thank you for the incredible ideas. We can't do this without you and without the community's support and looking for ideas and things that we continue to share these stories, because we have so much to say. There's so much going on in Collinsville, and I feel so blessed to be a part of this community. So with that, I'm actually going to turn it over to Derek, because I'm going to have him present the award for the senior superstar that has been doing incredible things, that has really gotten attention, and we want to honor that.
Okay.
Thank you, Jackie. And I love the name, too, Senior Superstar. So it's going to be presented, just so everybody knows, the second Tuesday of each month. And they're also going to have their very own parking spot here at the CSC, all right? This month, the Senior Superstar Award, and this is going to be the parking, okay, the side here, parking only. I'm sure we'll have a few violators. Hopefully we won't have to call a tow truck or nothing. But anyway, this month, the Senior Superstar Award, and will be the first to drive onto the lot as well, goes to Ben Jarrett. Ben, if you could step forward. Where's Ben at? Benny, get on up here. Benny is an amazing guy. He has a long life story, but just a couple of things that he was really proud of. He was the coach of the Collinsville Comanches, he says, for 25 years, right? He was the head of the local union. But to me and to us here at the CSC, he is one of the very best and biggest ambassadors of Collinsville Senior Center. He plays Santa Claus. I don't know if everybody's supposed to know that, but they pretty much do. But he's here almost every day. His girlfriend does dance lessons here on Wednesday, and he's just a great ambassador, and he definitely deserves this award. So make some noise for Ben Jarrett, everybody. And I have a plaque here, and I'd like to step forward and we'll take a quick picture. Well, this is one of the first times. Usually, you know. All right. Before we cut, I would like to thank the staff of the CSC for all the day-to-day that they do here. And we, again, every day is something going on. Just Thursday, we had about 120 people packed in, and it was a great day. But I want to thank Gabby, Kelly, Cinda, and Janice. Thank you guys so much. The CSC looks amazing, and I get compliments all the time, so thank you. To reiterate, I'm so thankful to everyone who has helped this along this journey and making this a reality. If you or your parent, aunt, or uncle who needs a place for a great meal, a place where you can socialize and make new friends, a place just to get out of the house, please come to the CSC. It's for everyone 55 plus, and we have lots of fun. I grew up on the street over from here, Clay Street, and I saw this building come to life riding my bike to Holy Cross. The center is the jewel of Collinsville. With so much hate going on in the world today, I really believe we are surrounded by some really great people here in Collinsville. I'm so lucky to have grown up here. It's still a great place to live and raise a family. The key is we all have to help each other. Try to put minor differences aside. And as director, Gabby Kuntz always says, and I love it, just try to live your best life. That's what we do here every day at CSC. We try to live our best life. So let's cut the ribbon. And I would love if the CHS band could play our fight song here in just a moment as we cut the ribbon. And Benny, get ready to fire that engine up on your car and go on and park it up in here, all right?
Here, come this way. He's gonna park right